is Aries, and it is good to be back. I am here because I am engaged. Yes, I'm engaged. That's so funny to say now because I've been waiting for this for so long, but like it's finally here. And I'm finally, it's like, oh, it's so exciting. So today I'm going to be talking about just like how the engagement went down, like the proposal. And I'm just going to answer a couple questions that people have had for me. And I'm just gonna make everything clear for everybody. So I'm not gonna do a lot of talking. If you wanna keep up with me, make sure you follow my social media. And if you like what you see, and if you wanna keep up with my engagement, marriage journey, make sure you subscribe. So for those of you that don't know, I have been in a relationship for 5 years, over 5 years, like 5.5 now. We met in high school. We had a mutual friend, and I just always thought he was cute, but I never said anything because I was just so nervous. Like every guy that I ever liked never liked me, so I just never said anything. And then like a year later I did say something, and it just went from there. So when we met, I was 14 and he was 15, and now I'm 20 and he's 22. So that's kind of how long we've been, you know, knowing each other. We knew each other for a year first, and then after that we just started like doing our thing together, you know. When I got with him, I never was looking for marriage per se. I just wanted something long term, but he was looking to marry. Like he was looking for the one already, and I wasn't. But like I wasn't looking to play games either. Like I wanted something long term. I think after maybe a year or so, like we kind of knew like, okay, this is the person I'm gonna be with forever. We had started talking about getting married like for real a couple years ago. I was a freshman in college, and we just like we were talking about it, and we were like, okay, like we just want to be married, like we don't care about anything else. But at the end of the day, I was still in school, an hour away. And when all was said and done, I was still living with my mom. He was still living with his mom. Like when I come home from school, guess whose house I'm going to? When he is at home, guess whose house he's at, you know? So if you get when you get married, you want to be on your own. You don't want to go back to your parents' house. Like nobody wants to do that. Like nobody's doing that in the first place. Like a lot of people live on their own in the first place. So to be married and have someone else and still live with your parents, like nobody wants to do that. So we didn't. Like we just talked about it, and we came to that conclusion like, yeah, we're gonna still be with our parents. So we kind of just let it go. We still wanted to be married at the end of the day. Like we still knew that we still wanted to end up together, but just not then and there. I, you know, finished school, did all that. I just finished in December. As you probably know, if you don't know, you can click at the top here. You can watch that. He actually got his own place in January or February, one of them. By the way, I'm still in my mom's house. He's living in his own place. Things are moving, but I feel like even even up to a couple months ago, I was still developing spiritually. I feel like we still weren't on the same page. It's really important to have the same like religious or spiritual views, the same expectations, you know? So like that's a big thing. So that's something that we were working on. That's something that I personally was still working on. But it didn't stop anything, but we just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Fast forward to last month, so March, we were getting closer and closer. I could feel it, like we were getting closer and closer to being engaged, but we got sucked into this whole coronavirus thing, and you know, so but it was a good thing because, you know, with him being in the house all the time and me being in the house all the time, I could really hone in on my, you know, spirituality and getting closer to God with minimal to no distractions. So, you know, I was coming along and then he was coming along as well, so I could just feel it. Like it was getting closer and closer to that time of the proposal. Like I could feel it. This is so exciting. This is so exciting. I think like at the end of March, like he was on the phone with our bishop. So I'm Pentecostal. So before you propose to someone, you're supposed to consult your bishop first or your pastor. People probably do that anyways. If you're not Pentecostal, you probably still have done that. He was on the phone one day with Bishop and he kicked me out of the room. So I just went with it. So he comes out of the room and he's like, yeah, like I have good news. But we just, you know, before the meantime, we just have to make sure that we're just, you know, keep getting closer to God and, you know, this and that. So I'm like, okay. So my car, I let him use my car also, so we like share it. So I'm like at my mom's house while he's out doing DoorDash and making money, whatever. Since I've been in the house, like since this whole coronavirus thing, it's kind of helped him have an excuse. I'm not gonna say like he made it up, but he kept saying like, oh, like you need to stay in the house, like I don't want you to get sick, blah 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 blah. So I think he was using that like not only to keep me safe, but also as an excuse for me to not be like, hey, can I come with you while you're doing DoorDash, or hey, can we get something to eat, or I don't know. So this was like a perfect time for him to be like, okay, well I can be by myself, I can go out and do whatever I need to do to get ready for this proposal. All this time I feel it coming, but I did obviously never know the specific day. So but I felt it coming, like I knew it was coming. On Friday, he was out, he was doing stuff, whatever, and then he came and picked me up. He did DoorDash. I just kind of sat in the car. Then we ate, you know, it was a good time, whatever. On Saturday, I texted him like, yeah, cause my home life is a lot, but my brother uses my room to do in-home therapy. Like he has therapists come, they work with him, whatever. So I texted Marvelique like, hey, I'm gonna be getting kicked out of my room between this time and this time, like insinuating like, hey, you can come pick me up. because he said he was gonna take me out, you know, on Friday. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, bet. Make sure I'm getting out of the house, right? Because I was like miserable. I was in the house for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm getting kicked out of my room, you know, come pick me up. He's like, okay, well, you just stay there for now. I have errands to run that you can't be on. And I'm like, I can't be on? Interesting. So I was thinking that he was like doing something as far as like arranging the proposal, or like doing something to get the ring or something. I don't know. But I didn't think he was like planning on proposing that day, obviously. So I'm like, okay. And then I go like, yeah, like turn your location off. Turn your location off, because I like, when I be bored, I be looking at your location. Like, he texted me like, yeah, I'm so sorry, because he hadn't been texting me back really that day. So he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so busy. I have so many errands to run, but you can come on my last errand and I'll make it up to you, because you know he had been talking to me all day. I'll make it up to you later, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, when he says like he's gonna make it up to me, I told him I wanted to go get some Taco Bell. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, he's gonna go take me to go get some Taco Bell or something, I don't know. So I'm like, okay. And so he's like, hey, I'm on my way, make sure you wear something nice, whatever. And I thought he was just saying that because that was just something that was just like an inside thing. Like the day before that, he's like, yeah, like come, like I'm gonna take you out of the house, like come on, get dressed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, should I wear something cute? Should I, you know, because I had been looking so terrible sitting in the house. And he's like, yeah, like wear something cute, you know. This was the day before. He's like, yeah, wear something cute. I haven't seen you, you know, get dressed up in a while. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was just like, I didn't think anything of it when he said it like that day, like that next day. I was like, okay, cool, I'll wear something cute. He wants to see me wear something cute. We went to Target and he just said he had to pick up a couple things. So I'm like, okay, cool, we'll go to Target. And so we're walking around Target and he picked, because I had been saying like, I need conditioner, like I ran out of conditioner. So he grabbed the conditioner and I was like, oh my gosh, like you remembered, whatever. So, and I thought like, is this like his way of like making it up to me for not talking to me all day? Which I don't care, like I'm not a brat or anything. So I'm like, oh, like that's cute, like he remembered. So we walk around the store and now that I think about it, he was stalling. Like he's like, oh, just follow me, like just follow me, I just have to pick up a couple things. He's like stalling. And of course, like, and I think he knew that I was gonna do this. I got distracted while we were walking through the store and I stopped in the hair section anyways. Even though we already got conditioner, I still stopped in the hair section. So I kind of stalled for him without even knowing. So we walk all the way around the store and we stop and he gets some socks, whatever. So we walk all the way around the store and we normally do self-checkout. Every time we go to Target, we go to self-checkout. Every time. And this time we did not go to self-checkout. Like, what are you doing? But I went with it. I didn't complain. I was tired. I was hungry. You know, waiting for my Taco Bell. So he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna go like get checked out. So that like that means like the cashier was gonna check him out instead of us doing self-checkout. I was like, okay. Like I just went with it. We're getting checked out, whatever. He's like on his phone texting. And oh, that's another thing, like every time I be around him, this is like probably like the week before that, couple weeks before that, he's like, yeah, like don't look at my phone, like if I get text, don't look at my phone. So that's another indicator that like I knew the proposal was coming. Anyways, So he's like on his phone at the checkout line, and I'm like, dude, like get off your phone, like put in your I'm like irritated at this point. Like I'm hungry and I'm tired, and you won't put the phone down for 5 seconds just to pay for your socks or whatever else. So he's like on his phone, and I'm like, put the phone down for 5 seconds. And so we get out of the checkout line, whatever. I'm walking, I see familiar faces, but the area that I live in, I always see familiar faces anyway, so I didn't think anything of it. And there's this one guy that was just, he kept staring at me, and I had no idea who he was, but I just was like ignoring him. Like, why is this guy staring at me? Whatever, like him and his friends were staring at me, and one of the friends, I went to school with her, but I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I just was like going about my day. And then we're walking, me and Marvelique are walking, and we're walking towards the door, and then somebody calls my name, and I turn around, and it's my friend Clyde and his girlfriend. She's my friend too, but like, you know, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like, hey. And there's been times where I've coincidentally seen him, or you know what I mean, so it's nothing, you know. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I turn around, and one of Marvelique's other friends is there. He's like, and he looks at me, he's like, oh, like you're here too? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like everybody's here, that's so crazy. Silly me. I was sitting here thinking it's a coincidence, and it's like not. So Marvelique's friend, he's like, hey, like he's holding a bag, and the bag is purple and has flowers in it, but literally I didn't think anything of it. Like I'm like, oh yeah, this guy Marvelique's friend came to Target so he can shop for his girlfriend and get her stuff, blah blah blah. And I didn't think anything of it. Like I didn't think it was for me. Like, the friend is like, yeah, I have a gift for someone, and that someone happens to be you. And I'm like, me? I'm like, oh thanks, you know. But then he's like, oh wait, no, I'm not gonna give it to you yet. So I turn around, and Marvelique pulls out a ring box. He pulls out a ring box. And I'm like, ah. So I do the, like, and I ran a little bit down the store, and I hid behind a vending machine, because I'm like, you know? So I'm like, oh no. I was just like, I don't know, like, and so, you know, he gets down on one knee, he's saying whatever, and I'm like, I was shaking so badly, like, and I'm surprised I didn't cry. Like, I'm a crybaby. I'm surprised I didn't cry. But he's like, you know, we've come a long way since biology. Like, we met, like, we had a biology class together, and that's, you know, that's kind of like what sparked our relationship in high school. So we've gone through so much since biology, and I've seen you grow, and you know, all the good stuff. You know, I don't even remember all he said. I was in such shock, and I just had so much nerves. He's like, I love you, and you know, blah 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 blah, like, will you marry me? And I'm like, I looked at him, I said, for real? And I said, for real? And I say yes, like, yeah. You know, I just did one big yes. My proposal happened at Target. Somebody asked me, why Target? So you really have to think about it. So the one request I had, the only request I had was to be proposed to in front of a big crowd, period. Like, I want everyone to know that I just got engaged, and I want everyone to hear about it. I want everyone to go tell their friends. I want everyone to go home and tell their family that they saw a proposal, and that's period. 2, you have to think about the circumstance that we're in. Right now, not a lot of places are open. Only the essential places are open. Target is an essential place. They sell groceries. So, you know, you just kind of have to think about the circumstance that we're in. and that just seemed like the perfect place. 3, also, I love Target, so I'm not even mad that it happened there, you know? If it was up to me, I would have had my proposal at Chick-fil-A. I just, I can't believe it. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to think that there's somebody out there that wants to like be with me and who looks at me, and I'm like getting emotional. Somebody out there that wants to be committed to me for the rest of their life. Like, dude, like what did I do? Like, little me, what did I do to make you like want to be with me? Oh my gosh, stop making me cry, y'all. Stop making me cry. It's just crazy to think that there's someone out there that just looks at you like that and thinks so highly of you, and I think so highly of him, and it's like it's an amazing feeling. I love love, and I love seeing that happen for other people. So the fact that it's happening for me is just like, yeah. So wait, I know you want to see the ring. Don't play like you don't want to see the ring. Don't play. Anyway. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and that's period. That's all I have. I'm so excited. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. And I will see you when I see you.